What's up, guys? This is Andres from the Strong Family Money Show. Thanks for coming back. In this episode, I'm gonna give you my opinion on whether or not you should baby your kids. I usually upload these by themselves on as parents, and you not have a plan, tube, in your Disney Plus and all that stuff on your computer, right? You can use, and when you're in a caloric deficit, to try to. We all have kids because we all have kids for different reasons. Um, some of us choose to. Some of our kids chose us. Whatever. But I've always said, right, and you can ask my wife. You know my wife, right? My job is not to raise kids, right? My job is not to raise kids, right? My job is to make adults, right? Productive adults that take care of themselves, that contribute. I wouldn't even say contribute to society. That's up to them, right? That are not a burden on society. There you go. That's what I want to say, right? Take care of themselves. They are good people, right? That's my job, right? And I am also not one to baby my kids, right? Good or bad. The girls a little bit more than the boys not at all really. I'm not one if they fall to rush over and so okay, so I played soccer, I've roughhoused, so I know if someone falls, right, I know I have a good idea on whether or not they're hurt or not, right? So, if someone scrapes their knee, right, how fast were they going, how hard did they fall, what were they scraped their knee on, right? So, not all. So, if they get in a car accident, I'm going to rush over and check them out, right? So like our baby's tiny, right? So now, and she's big enough where she's in everything, right? And that's usually when they bump their head a lot, right? So, if she gets hurt, right, I'll go over, right? I'll pick her up. I won't, no, I'm like, you're all right, you're okay, all right, now go bump your head again somewhere else, right? So, at that age, if I want to say encourage, right? But if your reaction is always, oh my God, the baby fell, right? Then then they're going to be, oh, and they're going to cry, right? You don't want that to happen because then that translates to when they're older, right? The boys, when they fall, all right, get up, right? Is there blood? Okay, wipe it off, okay? Right, you just scrape yourself, oh, you want to do it again, right? So a lot of learning, right? Learning by doing. So, you don't want to baby them at that point either, right? And the title of this video is going to be, should you let them cry or not? And that really isn't, the point of the video is you want them to get over that as soon as they can, right? Not everything that happens to them is life-threatening. You have to make them understand that most of the time, bad things are going to happen to them. I would say, was that really right? Most of the time? A lot of time, bad things are going to happen to them. And that's just the way life is. And a lot of the time, when bad things happen to you, they aren't bad enough to, warrant a bigger response on the parents' end. And when they get older and start doing their own thing, on their end, right? Not everything is a catastrophe. Not everything should be treated as a catastrophe. Most things should be dealt with quickly and in passing, right? If you fall down and scrape your knee, wipe it off and keep playing. Especially if you're playing, right? That's the worst, right? If you play and you get hurt and then that's it. No, right? You're gonna get hurt, right? I will get hurt, right? And you just shake it off and you keep playing whatever you're playing, right? You want to have them understand through how you interact with them that when something bad happens, you assess what it is, right, before you react, right? Yeah, something's gonna hurt. It's gonna be painful. I get it, right? If you what? If you fall off the jungle gym, even then, I've fallen off. I When I was a kid, man, we would jump from one set of jungle gym bars to another, right? And we would eat it. We would fall from however high that is to the ground, and we didn't have that soft. We didn't have the foamy, playgrounds. It was dirt, right? And you hit the ground, and everyone would laugh at you, and you'd pull yourself together, and you would not stop, because that would be the worst, right? You'd get back up there and you'd try it again. Because in the grand scheme of things, you're fine. You got up, you didn't break an arm, you broke an arm, fix it, right? But you want to have your kids understand that not everything requires everyone to stop what they're doing to coddle to you. Not everything requires you to be babied by your parents, or poor baby. What? No, most of the time bad things happen to you because you cause them yourself. You need to understand that you can control that. Another large part of the things that happen to you really are meaningless. They're harmless. They really should not even be acknowledged. Yes, there are some things that happen to you that are terrible, and people should help you through those, and you should take time to recover from them. But the important thing is that they understand that those things are very few, because if everything is the same, if everything is a catastrophe, then you're going to be a wreck, and everything's going to be a problem, and everyone needs to help you through everything, and you never learn how to get through things by yourself. It's important for them to understand you got to be like a donkey, right? A donkey gets hurt, right, or whatever, and they just shake it off and they go along doing their work, right? So don't baby your kids. Understand that you're trying to raise adults, not cool kids, right? It's great to have kids, but having them fulfill you emotionally by you cuddling to them or caring for them too much when they get hurt, always babying them, always, oh, poor thing, right? That is not healthy for you. It is not healthy for them, especially when they get older and they find out that this kind of stuff happens all the time, and the only way they're going to amount to anything is to get over it as quickly as they can. So this is Andres from the Strong Family Money Show. Thanks for listening, and I will talk to you guys next time.